Why does confusion overpower our brains? Well, it's a sign that we're learning something new, and it's a sign that our brains are processing. So it can be very, very disconcerting. Our minds, when we are facing this, are trying to develop new neural pathways, and that can be as painful as learning to lift weights. So when we are facing something new, that confusion, that feeling, well, it means something new is on the forefront of our lives. We're about to engage in something that's going to build strength, build new neural pathways, allow us new capabilities in our minds, and sometimes we don't like it. Our minds are actually divided into two hemispheres, the right and the left side of the brain. The right side of the brain is the part that is where all of the creative space, the ability to deal with uncertainty, ambiguity, all of the unconscious lives, the subconscious, right? That space in our minds. The left side of our brain is how we take all the emotions, the creative ideas, the feelings that we have, and we process them and put them into words that allow us to engage with logic and clarity and take action. They are two very different things, and there is a push and a pull between these two sides of our hemispheres that allow us to make decisions even better if we can use both sides of our hemispheres in conjunction with each other. We have been training ourselves to seek comfort and ease over learning and confusion for years. Many of the things that we see out there that are advertised are all about, a quick, you pay this amount of money, get this pill, your focus will be better, you'll be able to accomplish all kinds of things. Or do this simple thing and all of your unease will be overcome. Like we're promising or looking for the promise of something that will allow us to step away from this unease we feel when we are in a space that learning becomes uncomfortable. I don't know if you remember elementary school, but I do. I remember every damn year I went back to school being terrified at all of the new stuff that I was going to have to learn and wondering, am I even capable? Because I barely passed last year, right? And thinking this is going to be even harder. And that terror was hard to deal with. I just didn't know what to manage because I was confused all the time. There was so much to learn, so many things that were going to be new. And yet, I metabolized it, I did it, and it became easy. Every year, throughout the school year, I would get to a point where I was very comfortable in classes. I knew the people that I was with. I knew my teachers. I knew the assignments. And even if I didn't do them well, I had the capacity to feel somewhat comfortable in that space when faced initially with an overwhelming sense of that first day of school, the confusion, the unease that you might face. Got to be where I had combination of confusion and excitement. But I do remember my very first day in first grade when I walked into that room. The excitement disappeared quickly when I realized I didn't know anybody. I was in a classroom. All these kids had gone to preschool together and seemed to have friends and were talking to each other. And I knew not a soul. And I felt so overwhelmed and scared. And it was a tough thing to do. It was very confusing. So there's a way that you can break this confusion down. And I'm going to tell it to you as I describe my process of learning a new song on my guitars. I play guitar, not well, but I play because I love it. And I play and I learn songs that mean something to me. And so when I hear a song that is simple enough that I can learn it on my guitar and I want to play it, I am usually overwhelmed with confusion and frustration at my first attempts. It is not something that I just pick up and flow and do like so many of my friends who have such great musical gifts that it just looks like drinking water when they learn a new song. For me, it looks more like falling off a bike when I learn a new song. It's clumsy, it's awkward. It makes my fingers feel broken. It makes my head feel tired. It makes my sense of rhythm just be exposed that it's not there. It's a process for me that is hard. And so when I decide to learn a song, I know I'm walking into this. I know I'm about to embrace confusion. And I know that initial discomfort that I go through, however long it may be to learn this song, will end. And at some point, this song will become a part of me that flows and that I enjoy playing around with and singing, and I no longer am in that process of pain and struggle of learning. So how do we do this? How do we make that confusion go away when we're facing it and feeling overpowered? Let me tell you. What I have to do is I have to look at this process of learning and break it down into manageable steps that do not overwhelm my sense of confusion. If I, in all of my talent, decide to play a song that has a new rhythm and strumming pattern that I have never done, has new lyrics, it has a melody that I'm learning, words that I'm learning, and I just decide out of the gates to hit all of those things bang on, there is no way I'm going to get that song done. I don't even start with thinking about the lyrics. What I start with for me at the very beginning is just learning the chords and the changes in the chords and when they happen. I don't worry about my rhythm. I don't worry about the strumming pattern. I don't think about the lyrics. I don't think about any of that until I get those chords down and memorized. I memorize the songs. Then I'm like, okay, I know the chord changes. I know what it is. And it takes me a while to do that. Once I get that, I begin to work on my rhythm with the song. What is the rhythm that I want to play? How am I going to strum this? And this is really hard for me. I actually think I made a mistake. I'm left-handed and I learned to play the guitar right-handed so that I could just play anywhere. But my right-hand rhythm isn't as good as my left. And so I feel like sometimes maybe I should have done it the other way. But that's aside from the point. It's what I do. I deal with it, practice my rhythm till I'm comfortable enough with the rhythm. Once I'm comfortable enough with the rhythm, I begin to try to add the melody of the song to what I'm doing. I am better at this now, but often if it's a tricky song, I won't even sing the melody. I just think it as I play. And I try to stay on rhythm and make the chord changes until that becomes innate within me. Then I might whistle the song out loud or hum it out loud. Then only after that's done, I move to the next step. I go to the lyrics and I work on that. Then I start thinking about things of tempo, dynamics, the way I sing the song, how only after all those steps are accomplished can I really get into fleshing out the song to make it good. Maybe adding, for me, like a hammer-on or something, real simple stuff with the songs to change it. But if I don't break it down into those manageable steps, each of those steps that I go through, I face a level of confusion and difficulty and frustration that has to be overcome. And only after I handle one can I move on to the other. And so when you begin to feel confused with something that you're learning, step away from it for a minute. Break it down into a piece that you can handle. Recognize, I can't learn all of this in all of its encompassing overwhelm. It's going to crush me. What can I take on? I'm confused. I'm frustrated. Embrace the fact that that means you're about to build some new neural pathways in your mind that are going to teach you new things and allow you to act and do stuff in ways that you have not before. Get excited about it. This confusion is the sign. Hey, you're about to be able to learn something that you didn't know before. That's cool. So this fear of feeling discomfort and wanting to not move into it that we have created, like really because we're promising comfort to everybody in every space. Take a pill, you'll lose your weight. Take a pill, you'll be smart. Take a pill. Right? We do this in this society like crazy. There is no pill. It is a process of your body saying to you, hey, you're growing. Consider it that way. And then you don't have to run away from it. It's like when I lift weights, I embrace the burn of the weights in my muscles because I know it means it's growing. This is the same in your own mind as you begin to feel this confusion. It is your mind growing and expanding. Embrace that confusion. Sit with the discomfort. Allow the interchange of the left and the right brain to push and pull to something that's defined and actionable, to that space of unease and discomfort where you can say, I'm going to sit with this and play with this nuance and I'm going to be okay with it. That's when it becomes powerful. Confusion becomes your friend and you step out of it. Hope this helps you. I'm James Burnham.